Hi, my name is Cody Solis. I'm here to give a speech today on a plant called Ailanthus altissima. To start, I have a little excerpt from the World Health Organization that reads, the World Health Organization estimates that about 80% of the world's population rely almost exclusively on traditional medicine for their primary healthcare needs. This is from Al-Snafi A 2015. Taking this fact into consideration, I would suggest that here in America, almost everybody relies on the healthcare system. Nobody really uses traditional medicine. I mean, it's all around us in plants, but if you go outside and look, you're just going to see plants rather than medicine. However, elsewhere in the world, people rely on this knowledge of their plants and natural medicines to treat their ailments. Fortunately, many of these medical claims are actually supported by laboratory studies and extensive research done into these compounds. The plant today in which I'll be discussing is known as the tree of heaven, or Ailanthus altissima. So the tree of heaven isn't indigenous to North America, having been introduced on 3 separate occasions. It was first imported to Pennsylvania in 1784 as an ornamental, and then secondly occurred in New York in 1820, where it was also planted as an ornamental. Then during the gold rush in California, Chinese immigrants brought it over for its medicinal benefits, and now it's an invasive species in California, listed as a noxious plant in the USDA. However, in countries that are poor countries like China or Taiwan, the wood is used to make cabinetry and also used as a building material. The compound in question in this plant that makes it so unique is called canthan 6-1, which is an anti-cancerous compound which can induce apoptosis on cancerous cell lines. Apoptosis just means cell death. So all parts of the Ailanthus altissima are used in some form of medicine. However, carefully, as some parts of the plant contains a glycoside, which is just a fatty molecule that can be toxic in large quantities. Moving forward, one article that I have here reads, the vapors of the evaporating extract have a prostrating effect as emanations from the blossoms, while the action upon patients of powder or extract is disagreeable and nauseating, though they have been successfully used in the treatment of dysentery, diarrhea, gonorrhea, leucorrhea, prolapsus ani, and also as a tanafuge. Another article that I found says, the tree is used in homeopathic remedies for cancer. Now everybody's heard the term homeopathic, and we usually think of it in a negative connotation. Something that's homeopathic could be like the tea that you drink, or trying to treat really bad diseases with something that doesn't seem like it would work so much, like dandelions. Moving forward, however, further studies have shown that this homeopathic claim isn't baseless. One team of research from MDPI in Basel, Switzerland, investigated the chemical constituents and found 2 compounds, one canthan 6-1 and one methoxycanthan 6-1. Now to test this, they took 6 panels of human cancer cell lines and took this compound and tested it against these cells. And they found that the anti-proliferative and or cytotoxic effects of the canthanones on cancer cells have also been described, although their mechanism of action remains ill-defined. So then they conducted the test, and they found that against human prostate cancer cells, human colon cancer cells, lymphocyte, cervix, and glioma cancer cells, all of these, the data suggested that the primary effect of the canthan 6-1 is anti-proliferative, probably by interfering with the G2M transition, which just means when the cells are trying to replicate or multiply themselves, it inhibits their ability to do so. To speak in a way that you can all understand simply, canthan 6-1 interferes with cancer cell replication, which can cause those cells to die. This now makes our homeopathic claim quite a reputable one that has been supported via lab testing. In closing, Tree of Heaven is a versatile, commonly overlooked tree that is native to parts of Asia and have been introduced in the United States as early as 1784. Apart from medicine, Ailanthus altissima can be used for building materials, firewood, and both the leaves and seeds can be eaten in an emergency. Along with those uses, Ailanthus also contains a very valuable medicine that can cause apoptosis in certain cell lines called canthan 6-1. However, this is not the only pharmacological benefit of the plant, and more research should be done on it. Thank you for your time.